them?
Yeah, Andre is out, and obviously Draymond and James. I think that's it, right, Raymond? Yeah.
The first time you guys played the Lakers to open the season, Jonathan Kuminga didn't play in that game. This season has been interesting for Kuminga. He's playing at the 5 right now, although that's not a traditional spot for him. Has part of his film study been watching what Anthony Davis does? Would that help him?
I don't think we've done that with him. He will start today, JK, and so there's a chance he could end up, guarding Davis some. But everything is a learning experience for him right now, and he's watching a lot of different players. We're showing him mostly film of himself, and just trying to help him along. But he's doing a great job. He's learned so much since that opening night, night and day, which is why he's now out there and playing, significant minutes.
You've recently started Porter when he was available in that spot. I was just wondering the reasoning.
Yeah, it's been tough with the minutes restriction with Otto that he's on right now. We started him one game, and he was on a 20 minutes restriction. And much like with Clay a couple weeks ago, it's kind of hard for him to sit there for a long time and to be able to figure out how to keep him in rhythm, but also have him on the floor when we need him down the stretch. So we think it'll be easier to navigate Otto's minutes by bringing him off the bench.
Is his minutes restriction tied to a specific issue he's dealing with, or is it just kind of the yearly maintenance?
Just based on what he went through over 2 weeks ago, a week ago, when he missed several games in a row. I don't even remember what the injury was, but I think it was back. Yeah. So we're just trying to make sure that we are very cautious.
Steve, Looney, you guys have mentioned his goal is to play all 82. You've mentioned maybe might look a little tired recently or last game. Is there a monitoring situation with him that's pretty specific right now? And might you be approaching a time when he misses a game?
I think it's possible. The training staff monitors those guys, every single day. And so it's really their job to tell me if we need to give somebody a day off. So I think the All-Star break will really be a big help. I'm hoping that just having yesterday off, following the back-to-back, everybody will be a little recharged today. And then obviously, we play every other day between now and the break. So hopefully we get to the break in one piece and everybody gets recharged. And at that point, I think we only have 23 games left. So we're starting on the home stretch.
Kuminga has had a particularly productive stretch. I think the last 5 games he's averaging 16 or 17. What have you seen beyond the points that we all see? What have you seen in those 5 games that maybe he's doing better, that he's picked up that he didn't earlier in the season?
I think better recognition of our coverages, better communication of them, fewer mistakes overall, and understanding personnel, who he's guarding, closing out to a non-shooter versus a shooter, those types of things. So he's starting to pick up on all that stuff much better, and as he continues to improve in that area, and then he'll continue to get minutes. But the reason we didn't play him much early in the season is that stuff was completely foreign to him, and it's a huge learning curve for rookies coming into this league, especially someone like JK without much experience. So I'm really impressed with how much he's picked up, how quickly he's picked those things up too over the course of the year.
Steve, I have to ask 2 questions. One, I have to ask you the cap. You don't usually come in with a cap. So what did the Wildcats do today, or what are they doing? What's the deal?
They're just bearing down like every day. Just nothing in particular. It was a sunny day out, and I took a walk, and I had the hat on, and
kept it on.
I got hat hair right now, so I just.
The other question is, you guys are approaching the break. Do you know if you'll have will you guys plan a practice between now and the break? And 2, part of that is,
Is there a plan yet for James and his progression in terms of practice and what he might be able to do post break?
No plan right now. We're just taking it each day at a time. He just had a really good workout and court session, and we won't practice tomorrow in LA. Game Monday, we'll practice Tuesday, and then everybody will take off Thursday morning. So only one minor practice between now and the break.
Steve, over here to your left. First of all, congrats on the top 15 coaching honor. It was very cool to see. LeBron tonight, if he scores 19 points, will become the all-time leading scorer between regular season and postseason points combined. And I know it's not necessarily like a hollowed number like Kareem's regular season points number, but I wanted to know what you think that record would mean among the things he's done in his career.
I feel like I've witnessed a lot of those postseason points. That's a spectacular statistic. Maybe not one that is going to be celebrated as if it were the regular season record, but that's incredible when you think about all the players who have played in this league and the talent, the people like Michael Jordan who played in 1 million playoff games, and it speaks to LeBron's brilliance, but also his longevity, and I think it's probably his most underrated quality is just the way he's been able to take care of his body and continue to play at such a high level for so long, and he's still at the top of his game, at the top of the league, and I didn't know that stat, so that's pretty remarkable.
Steve, obviously with the Suns like never losing anymore, the number 1 seed might be getting, I mean, it's not out of reach obviously, but it's getting a little further distance. Do you take that off the table now in terms of what your goals are, or are you still saying, hey, let's get that number 1 seed?
Yeah, it's not even something we talk about. You just kind of get ready for the next game and you move on. We all look at the standings every day. You're right. It's very unrealistic to think we'll make up whatever it is, 5 or 6 games and with only 25, 26 games left. That's a lot of games, but we also all know this league is crazy, and Draymond went down a few weeks ago, and that changed things for us, and we've kind of hung in there and done a good job of treading water, and you just our main focus right now is just getting better day to day, and hopefully getting everybody healthy where we have Draymond and Andre and James. And if that's the case, if we can have a clean bill of health with everybody available going into the playoffs, then that's the number 1 goal. Everything else is, if it happens, it happens, but you never know. You never know how this league works.
What is the latest on Andre?